Let's bring in the Candyman. The Candyman was very recently featured in the New York Post. I don't know if you guys know this. He's from Australia. He's a huge star in Australia, by the way. He's the man.
Is he?
He does parties all the time. There he is. There's the Candyman. Look at him. Look at him. He's in great shape. He's got a suit on, and look at all these women. My God. Look, everybody just find a seat wherever you want to sit. This is incredible.
A lot of women with this.
Yeah.
Candyman.
It's very nice-looking women that are here with. Do you guys just stand around him? You can sit down somewhere. I mean, you can make yourselves comfortable. You know, wherever you want. You're gonna sit on his lap. All right, now
They don't like to be far away from you. They all like to be within close proximity.
yeah, I guess so. This is your life, huh, Candyman?
This is how it is.
How do you say your name? Travers Beynon?
That's correct. Yeah, Travers Beynon.
Travers, your Instagram went down this morning. Did you know this?
Yes, it did.
What happened?
Not sure. I think there's plenty of haters out there, maybe.
And they were trying to report you for something?
Yeah, I think so.
What are there? What could people possibly be? First of all, which one of these women is your wife?
Me.
Not you are.
Yes.
I thought it might be the one on his lap, but not this time. Not this time.
Always.
We're all sharing and caring.
That's
You don't
very,
get jealous?
very
No, I like it.
Oh, that's great.
I like girls as much as he likes girls, so.
Oh, it's a wonderful arrangement.
That's a lot.
nice. Yeah, that's really convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really a win.
That's Explain to me. You can find Travers on Candy Shop Mansion, by the way, on Instagram once it's available.
Or Travers Beynon Official is the other side. So the Candy Shop Mansion is more the raunchy photos.
Right.
And then you've also got Travers Beynon the Official, which is more the business, family man and husband, boyfriend.
People would probably want the Candy Shop Mansion stuff probably a little
yeah,
more, I think.
the
That's-
entrepreneurial
just to throw
stuff
it
probably
out
won't get as many hits as the raunchy stuff.
Also, there's the Facebook.
And Facebook,
Yeah.
too.
Facebook, okay, and that has everything. So, do you handle a lot of the business, the social media type business?
Not really.
You're just aware of it.
Yeah, I'm just in the photos and I just try and look pretty.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how did you? You guys are kind of massive in Australia, correct? You've become pretty big celebrities.
Yeah, you could say that. In fact, our followers in the Candy Shop Mansion is number one is Americans. So we
Really?
have more followers in America than we do in Australia itself.
Because people just admire the lifestyle.
Yeah, I think Americans in general celebrate success more than your typical Australian does.
Oh, is that
Where
right?
in Australia, by the way?
Yeah.
Where in Australia?
On the Gold Coast.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the Miami Beach of Florida.
I've only been to Australia once, and I really wish I would have met you before I went there.
Well, you're not dead, so come down and see me.
I was in Melbourne and Sydney.
I was born in Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a cool little city. A lot of weird little alleys with shops in them. Enjoyed it a great deal. I would have enjoyed your place a lot more. Oh, look, another coffee shop.
When did you? What's got you in America?
I live.
Not you.
We got interviews and the Scores Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah.
Cover of their first magazine coming out. So.
Oh.
And to be honest, this is where I actually really grew up.
In America?
Yeah, in New York.
Oh.
I did a lot of work in my 20s in New York, and I tell the story. That's where it turned the boy into the man. I mean, you come in New York, you either make it or you don't. It's a tough city,
Right.
But it learns you to muscle and hustle.
Jim
What
and
did
I
you
are still
do?
working on
Yes,
it.
we are.
We haven't quite made it yet.
Yes, yes, we're men with boy bodies. So what did you do in New York?
I modelled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's where a lot of the fashion sense. I style the girls, all their outfits. And
Do you
all that.
really?
It's come
well,
from,
good job.
Yeah, this is yeah.
well, it's important, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly
I've got to
is.
look at them all day.
Yeah,
so.
you've hit a real fashion home run with these ladies.
Do you find it's easier to pick up women when you're a male model?
Yeah.
No, it's harder.
Yeah.
It's harder because of the stigma. So
What?
I had to work harder then.
What's the stigma? Try being a comedian where the stigma is that you're awful in bed, and it's true.
Girls like funny men, so you're right.
They do. It gets me in the door, but then they realize, like, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah. He's just a funny slug. He's still a slug.
I wasn't going to phrase it like that.
Yeah, but like the stigma of male models. What? Like you're a good-looking guy who's in great shape. Like who makes money to just be that dude. Like,
A lot of models are gay, though. They probably think a lot of the right. Most
correct, yes.
most of the guys are gay in male models. So if you're not, you probably clean up.
So that's a struggle. So that's what you have to do. Let me prove to you I'm not gay right now.
Obviously, it's not.
Yeah. Well, that's what it
doesn't-
is. We've talked to girls before, and like all the guys who work in the business, or half of them are gay or more.
Yeah.
So the ones who aren't, man, oof.
So what is explain to me. So you're an entrepreneur. You're a real estate guy. You got all kinds of business ventures. You're worth a lot of money, correct?
It depends how you look at it.
Well, just in terms of sheer numbers. I was reading that a lot of your family fortune is in the tobacco business. Is that right?
Part of it.
That's just part of it.
Yeah, I'm heavily into property development.
Because the family tobacco business, I read, is worth like $250 million. Is that right?
Yeah, we turn over more than that a year.
Wow. And this is your parents' business, but it's not like it's just mom and dad's business that you're on board for.
No, the story, the way Free Choice started was it was started in 1991 by my parents. And while I was modelling, I used to send all the checks back home. And they used the funds to buy stock and vehicles and get the business running. And then I returned in 97, worked for 9 years, and I got heavily into property, made a lot of money in property from my modelling money. And then I took over Free Choice. I bought controlling interest. We had 12 employees, 90 stores, and today we have over 200 staff, almost 300 stores, and another 1,700 vending business, all in venues. So.
Jesus. That's quite a spread.
Yeah, I get bored easy, and
Is that what happened with modeling? Because you must have been successful. You model for Versace, right?
yeah, most of the brands, yeah.
That's pretty.
You ever listen to someone talking and you realize, like, wow, our lives have been very different?
Well, it all started as a footballer. You see, when I was a boy, all I ever wanted to do was play football. There was no other interest in anything, tobacco world or business or whatever. So I grew up just wanting to play football, but at 17 I broke my back. And I was really left.
Did you break your back playing football?
Playing football, yes.
Oh, my God.
What happened? You went up? There's no helmets or anything in that sport.
No. So I just getting hit from behind a few times, and the L4, L5 was where I fractured my back, and that was the end of that. And
But this is Aussie rules football, so that's like it's like rugby, like it's no pads and stuff. Is that
no
right?
No pads, correct.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Man.
wait,
And
so
you
did
can
you play professionally?
Yeah, I was drafted when I was
when you were
15.
young, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did a radio show when I was there in Melbourne of a guy who was a pretty famous Australian footballer.
Ex-footballer or
Yeah,
current?
ex. Like a legendary guy, Travis something.
Travers Beynon.
What's that? Oh. Yeah, I thought it was.
Travis.
Oh, maybe I'm just thinking that because you're here. I forget his name. I did. That's how bad I am at
He
this.
called himself the something man.
Yeah.
He had a mansion.
Yeah, I just picked the name of the person nearest to me. And I think that's who I met.
Might have been my father.
So how did you know to start investing in property? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm this athlete guy, this dried up, I'm going to jump into real estate, and they just lose everything.
Well, I mean, I'd spent a lot of time over here modelling, so I had a lot of downtime. So I studied a lot of things, and one in particular was real estate. And I went back into the country, and my parents had never invested in property. Mm-hmm. They were quite scared of the real estate industry. So when I went back and I invested everything into property, and I took out some massive loans because I was earning so much money in the bank's eyes in my previous job. So I got some really large loans, some massive risks, and I didn't tell my parents because I knew that would give me some heartache. So it was a good timing. 3 years later, a boom happened. And ultimately, I bought all beachfront, and that turned around and gave me the funds to buy the business.
So you kind of have parties like Hugh Hefner, like people just kind of come over.
You know, a lot of people say
You're trying to get an invite?
Well, it's a long way away. I can't even get invited to the Playboy match. I had a friend of mine who was an ex-Playboy bunny, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll submit you." And then she went back. She's like, "Yeah, they didn't get back to me."
I tell you what, if you come to Australia, you'll get into the Candy Shop Mansion.
Oh, thanks.
Have you always been a dude who likes to party?
Yeah, that's
from
right.
the beginning.
People look at it now and say, "Oh, you're throwing big parties now," but I've been throwing parties for 20 years with the one goal in mind. Every party I do is got to outdo the last one. For me, the parties are a serious, serious business. And, it gets down to the last party we had an elephant there and entertainers for 12 plus hours.
We have two working for us.
Yeah. And so, we spend a lot of time entertaining guests. And
How do you know how to start a party? Here's the thing. I moved recently, and I wanted to have people over, but I don't know what to buy. I've hosted no one. I've had no one in my place. I don't know what to purchase that would make for a fun get together.
He just had an elephant at his party, and you're asking what kind of fucking snacks to get for your
Basically,
apartment.
yeah. But you have to have food. What do you just have an elephant shitting all over and nobody eating?
bring a shovel.
Yeah. I don't know what to get.
Bagel
I've been doing it
bites.
for 20 years. So
All right. Do you have people that you can help that will help you?
Yeah, and then after every party, we sit down and have an executive meeting and discuss what we did well, what we could improve on.
Are they money makers, the parties?
Not directly.
But it's just
there's
like
all
branding.
a master plan.
Yeah, I understand.
Overall reputation and overall brand building.
It's the parties are designed as an escape for people outside to escape the reality of paying bills, parenting children, mortgages, and all that, and to get away for.
See, here's the thing. Like, that's okay for you because you can pay your bills. But some people shouldn't just pay them. They don't need an escape. They should
pay the credit card before coming to my place.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's why my parties are free. So I put on top level alcohol, spirits, and everything is free. I give away tickets. I don't charge.
How do people get to the party? Because there's a contest,
It's
right?
invite. So I hand pick every single person.
Where do you meet them?
On the streets, through social media.
Oh wow! Yeah. So if people are just tweeting you, you'll actually just be like, "All right, you're in.
Yeah,
you're in."
I mean, if they've got the right attitude, they can get in. It's not just always about looks.
Right.
It's their attitude.
What's the ratio?
Have you been to the mansion in LA or no?
No, not yet.
You don't need to, right?
No.
Get your own.
Stepping up.
Well, I wonder if it's
out
the
with
same.
the old, in with the new.
Is it the same thing? Like you have like a little pool area, like there's that whole
the grotto.
I have a modern day grotto with massage beds, a plasma, and fiber optic starlights. And
is it tough to get the bodily fluids out of it?
I don't go in there at party time because it's full.
of people or bodily fluids?
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you got to drain the pool to really chlorinate it once in a while.
Yeah, listen, the pool is crystal clear to start with. The day after the party, we don't swim for 2 weeks.
Like egg drop soup.
We drop straight acid in there.
What do you think of that photo, Jim?
Oh, that's delightful.
We're looking at one of the parties, and it looks like two lovely ladies dressed up in animal paint, and it looks like it's exclusively paint. Okay, another girl just walked in. There's another girlfriend. Now, can you honestly tell me it doesn't get to be a pain in the ass? Like a lot, like it's one thing to just like have fun and blah blah blah, but relationships are difficult with one woman. I see 3 girlfriends, a wife. You know what I mean? Yes. Like a lot of people listening would be like, this seems like hell a little bit.
It can get a bit like that because every time I speak to one of them, I've got to be very careful how that may upset the other one.
Yeah.
So, they say don't mix business with emotions and this is that.
It's business?
Well, dealing with 5 girls,
yeah,
you have to be on your game.
Right.
But if all else fails, I do have a secret door out my walk-in robe. So
you do.
It's a bit hot.
You do.
We have a custom-built bed, which is the size of 3 king-size beds.
Do you all sleep in the same bed?
Well, there's 3 beds, so when I need a break, I move to the next one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes don't you ever just want to hang with, this is like a stupid question, but don't you ever get to the point where you're like, I just want to have a few of my guy friends around with like just guy energy?
I wouldn't go that far, but I do sometimes.
Yeah, no, Jim is the answer. The answer is no.
Yeah, I'm not saying I would get sick. I've never been in this situation.
I was a model, but I wasn't gay.
Oh, yeah. No, but I mean, sometimes I just want to hang with one of my guy friends and not,
Or at least a woman with a little something extra.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a preferred. But I mean, sometimes it's the energy. You just want to just talk shit with one of your buddies about whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, but not at bedtime.
Not at bedtime.
Oh, not at bedtime, no.
Don't you ever just want to like have a sleepover with one of your dude
Yeah,
friends?
no, I don't mean that.
I grew out of that.
You did?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't mean
I came
like,
out of the womb.
Yeah, you ever want to throw these girls out and just have a pal come over? No, I don't mean that. No, I mean just.
Oh, no, blow my cover.
So do you have? Is it like nightly orgies, or do you pick one, or how does the sexual interaction work?
It varies. That would happen. Morning and night, but
orgies
whenever.
No, it goes from usually it's 2. Minimum is about 2 at a time.
That's the minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, it's like a comedy club with the drinks.
Yeah. 2 chick minimum.
Yeah. You'll have 2. You don't get bored.
No, because the way I explain that is if you have one partner, then you're very limited what you can do. But when you have multiple at the same time,
for instance, 5
exponentially, the how creative you are is endless. So you can never get bored.
I guess you can. Do you do like role play scenarios?
How could you get bored?
Well, you're the guy that everybody would
wouldn't.
role play to be. All right, I'm a billionaire and you 4 live here. Like that's the role play everybody would choose. Like what could you do that
all 4 of you want to fuck me? That's the role play.
Yeah. Like what could you role play? All right, look, I'm a regular guy and none of you are interested in me. Like that would be your role play.
Yeah. Do you do role plays, or is it just like this is life? So
no, we have a dungeon. So
you do have a dungeon.
Yes.
BDSM.
Nice. We're in the middle of refurbing the basement, 6-car basement. That'll become our gold dungeon.
So do you end up being like, because you're this powerful dude, athlete, entrepreneur. You're not a
I know where you're
submissive
going.
guy.
No.
You never end
They
up.
wish, but that's not going to happen.
It's, in no part of your life are you a submissive.
not
No
me.
ball gags, not for you.
We try. We even try just to put the hand around the throat, but it doesn't really
Yeah.
last that long.
Really? Yeah, I quite enjoy that.
You did?
Yeah.
Would you turn down a ball gag from any of these
Oh,
ladies?
do you know how fast they'd lose respect for me if I was in a minute?
You just hand them a strap on.
Oh yeah. He asked you to wear what kind of belt? Boo.
How do you keep them all satisfied? Like, are the ladies allowed to hang out with other dudes ever, or
No,
they're exclusive? It's an exclusive 5-person
It's an
relationship.
exclusive alpha male.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a Playboy
That's how it
Mansion
works.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's how it works.
I don't blame you for that.
And are there rules to go in? Like, look,
Yeah,
we
of
want to
course.
invite you to the club. You're going to be now. Say there's a 6th girl coming in. You're going to be the 6th girl, but here is exactly how this works.
Yeah, I don't have to do too much there because the girls put them through the ropes.
You do.
Yeah, they explain the rules.
Are you all protective of your spots? Like, this is like, I earned my spot here. We make this work
Yeah,
together.
don't mess with us.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, have there been anyone that broke the rules? I mean, again, I know that there are sometimes. And how do they break the rules? They hooked up with someone else, or they talked out of school, as they say.
Yeah,
or-
all like a typical relationship between a boy and a girl.
Right.
Same rules apply.
Same bullshit.
Yeah.
And then the minute that happens,
Yeah,
out the door.
I'm pretty quick to remember.
And you got your little army here, so they're like, "Fuck you, I'm not leaving." There's 4 girls who are like,
The
"Yeah,
assassins.
yeah, exactly." The assassins come in.
Oh yeah, do you start undermining each other? Like if there's one that comes in, or there's one that he's paying attention
Yeah, they're
to
pretty
more.
tough on new girls coming in. They're
Yeah.
tough. So if a new girl can actually withstand the
Right.
We're protective of
You gotta
them.
earn your spot.
Yeah, it's like the new guy in Vietnam, like the first guy over. Like your life's not as valuable when you're new. So they can get rid of you. That's how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I get that.
That's
I
a good
get that.
example to give.
You can hold on to that since you're so far
Thank
away.
you.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I want everybody to make sure that they have equal opportunities here. So, when did you concoct this idea of being like, well, I could have one chick or as many as I want?
I think I was always like that. If I could, if I could rush through a story where I think it all began, and when I get asked this question is when I was in grade 1, first day at school.
Yeah.
And no one wants to go to school at that time, and I was especially, pissed off about having to go. And I remember getting in trouble and sent to the front door, where the sliding door. So I was asked to sit facing the door. Another teacher came to the door. And my teacher came to the door, they want to have a conversation. I just sort of leant over to my right and had to look up her dress. Unfortunately, the teacher that came to the door saw me and notified the other teacher, and I was sent home. My parents had to come and send me home.
'Cause you're
So-
such a little perv.
That's
Little creeps in our class.
I was a boy in the making. Yeah. and then I was living in Miami modelling, and at that time I had multiple girls at once, and I thought maybe not. This is not for me. So I decided to get married. Met a girl and got married, and was married for 10 years. But ultimately, your destiny is your destiny. Here I am.
Right. So you divorced that chick?
Yes.
Because you were like, I need this other life. I think I can pull this off.
Did you ever go back and bang the teacher whose skirt you tried to look up?
Great question.
No, her daughter, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, is your wife then that's here with us now? Your current wife? Is she
Yes.
the first? Is she the one that's been with you the longest of this new
Yes.
group?
Yeah, she when she came, she worked for me at one of the parties. So
Oh.
from the very first moment, I explained to her what path I was on.
Right.
So it wasn't like this has been jumped onto her.
Right.
So are guys who are friends with you, like, do his friends ever try to get creepy? I mean, there has to be, like, the one or two friends that is just, like, has shitty motives.
Some of their grandmothers always want to sit on my lap and take selfies.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It happens that way.
But like if a guy,
That's the downside of your life. Oh, good. The old lady wants to sit.
but if a guy friend of yours, like you disappear with one or two, well, it's at least two of the women, and a couple of your girlfriends are still around. Are there any of your guy friends that'll be like, hey, Travers is gone,
Yeah, I'm sure it happens.
and what do you?
They
Does
wouldn't
that?
try.
They would know not to respect
Yeah.
Trav.
But would you tell him if they did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ratted on anybody before? Well, not even ratted. Have you told him that one of his friends was being shitty?
Everyone, they wouldn't even dare. They wouldn't dare.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Nothing major yet.
Yeah, I mean, my girls are my girls. Yeah.
I guess so.
That's a good confidence
Who
to have.
really want to
Yeah.
mess with him, really?
Well, no, but men do stupid things
Trust
for
us,
women.
don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, they always look gorgeous and on point, and I'm busy, and I think some guys think I'm so occupied with two over there that
You're going to let
others-
something slip.
Yeah,
He has
Yeah.
eyes everywhere.
I do have a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? As a man, you take risks that you normally wouldn't take. Like, if you're talking to a woman, all of a sudden she looks at you like a certain way for half a second, you're like, oh my God, I have a shot. And then you, and then you take it and you're like, oh no, I didn't. That was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do stupid things.
Yes, that's right.
Now,
By men.
I read that your wife's family, your family's against all this. Is that correct or is that incorrect?
No, that's definitely correct.
They don't like the whole lifestyle. How long have you been part of this lifestyle?
2009.
So quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really long time.
And from the beginning, were they like, you're crazy to be involved in this?
No, at first they loved him.
I
They
went from
idolized
hero
him.
to zero
in
when
5
I
seconds.
when I rejected a request to invest $2.4 million in their property scheme.
Oh, it was a money issue.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Wow.
And, yeah, so I went from hero to zero. Their grandmother thought I was her soulmate, and
It was really good in the beginning with my family and everything with him, and they loved him. But then once they couldn't get what they wanted from him, that was it.
Was your
They thought
family
he was
like
the
that
devil.
before, though? Like, were you like, when they were being nice to him, were you like, oh, they probably want something, or were you shocked?
I think I was a bit naive because I was 18 at that point. I knew what my family was like, especially my mum, very controlling. But I didn't think they'd go that far with the person that I fell in love with.
I didn't show the email until later on.
Yeah, and
I
I
wanna
was
embarrass her.
mortified when I saw that. I couldn't believe that they had asked for something like that.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of these? You have a lot of critics. Like you said, your Instagram account's down because of the haters.
What's
What do
there to criticize?
Well, they
Jealousy, I guess.
I guess, but they refer to him as a misogynist because of some of the photos that he posts. I think one that was super critical was one where your wife was in a bikini. Yeah, and you were kind of, there it is.
Yes.
And you were walking your wife and another young lady around using their bikini strings as leashes, and they were on all fours crawling by your side. Now, it just looks like a bunch of kids having a good time to me. But
Absolutely.
But-
Plus, what are they supposed to do? Go in the house? I mean, I think that was perfectly appropriate.
and that's you're dead right, and you're the first person off the bat to say that. We were just having, it's just a bit of tongue in cheek.
Right.
To have a bit of fun. There is no collar and leash, and I wouldn't do that.
And it's not around our neck either, like
It's a
Yeah.
bikini strap.
from the back.
I wouldn't be who I am and be able to do this with the women if I was a misogynist or I was degrading women. I'm quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Very opposite. I'm obsessed by the beauty of women. I mean, I style them. I go shopping for them. I want them to look their best. You know, one tip I give is don't tell a girl that she's beautiful. Make her feel beautiful.
right.
Then you can
Yeah.
have more than one.
I don't know how to do that without being creepy. I try to make, I try to, and I always just lose them, and I'm like, you're so pretty.
Well, my second motto is never give up. So
Yeah, how do you make a girl feel beautiful enough that she would allow you to have 4 other girlfriends?
Well, like I said, it's going to the effort to go shopping, and there's a knack to be able to dress a woman.
So
if
you
can go
think if I go to the store with my wife and get her some great clothes,
no, you got to do it surprise.
okay,
Surprise,
so I
yes.
surprise my
Yeah,
wife.
But the risk is if you turn up with really daggy clothes,
Yeah.
you go backwards.
Okay, I have great taste, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Take her to what's that agent provocateur?
Agent provocateur.
Yeah, they
Agent
sell
Provocateur.
some really good
Or
clothes.
Honey
Really,
Baudet.
yeah.
But if I get her
So
like,
you're halfway there. You know where to
Yeah.
shop.
Well, yeah, I know where they've mentioned. I mean, I've never actually walked into one, but I've seen the catalogs with online, really good thigh highs and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
so you think if I get my wife a sexy outfit and all of a sudden she feels beautiful, I'm like, you know who would enjoy how beautiful you look right now? This
You're
other
the man
girl.
standing there. Yeah.
You think that's how we kind of
No,
ease
what
it
would be
in?
funny is if
It's a
you got her a
start.
sexy outfit and then you came home later and she was gone and her belongings were gone. She's like, I'm too good looking for you. Fuck.
I feel beautiful. Why would I still be here?
I make subtle steps forward. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
There's a number of other things, but there's some secrets.
So
That's
you
the
pick
start.
all the clothes that they wear. These
I
are they're
do.
wearing, by the way. You can see people listening can't see them. It's they're wearing like jet black, lovely pants and black
They're
kind
leather.
of see-through like mesh. What are they not mesh shirts?
Versace belts.
Versace
Valentino
belts.
shoes.
Valentino, Celine.
But they're
His
wearing
sunnies.
these.
Oh, the shoes.
They're
are
wearing
good.
these see-through shirts with like black bra things over their breasts. It looks very nice. It's
Yeah.
very, very good.
Very
Yes.
assassins.
Matter of fact, if you follow Jim and Sam Show on Snapchat or Twitter,
Are we
you
on
can,
Snapchat?
you can see. Yup, Jim and
Oh,
Sam
God.
Show is snapping.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That might get a few hits now.
Yeah,
I would think
they
so.
will. Yeah, they
I
all
would
look
think
very
so.
lovely.
Yeah. So, do you ever worry when you're having all these people at your house that something's gonna get messed up? I always worry. You know what I mean?
For
Like, you ever-
insurance purposes, you mean like someone's going to get fucking hurt? And...
No, I just wouldn't want my
Yeah,
shit
but-
broken.
No, but I
Like-
would worry people are going to get hurt and then sue, or maybe it's not as litigious
Getting
over
choked by
there.
an elephant.
100%.
Right? Yeah. If you're supposed to have an elephant running around, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, were people pissed at you that you had an elephant at your house? Because people don't like when you mistreat wild animals.
Yeah, a couple of the neighbours weren't happy. I got more positive press by it, but there's a lot of rules what you can and can't do.
You know,
to
you
protect
can't
them.
because you can't do elephants at the circus or anything like that anymore. So the
No.
fact that you would be able to do elephants,
He's the Candyman. He can do anything.
Yeah,
The
it
Candyman.
took a little bit.
Candyman can.
why do you call yourself the Candyman? Where did
He
that?
was
Candyman,
named
yeah.
that, not really.
I mean, I named the candy shop mansion because candy is synonymous with the sweet things in life.
I see.
And then it just evolved where people said, well, the owner of the candy shop mansion has to be the
Candyman.
Candyman.
That would
So
make
it
sense.
Didn't come, the name of the mansion came first.
Are you gonna try to branch out into what? Because you call yourself the Australian Hugh Hefner, the next Hugh Hefner, whatever it is. What is?
So you're a lot luckier than the Somalian Hugh Hefner.
Always in one.
Where does it go? Are you? I mean, because magazines are kind of outdated. So
Yes.
so what?
Well, social media. I mean, times have changed since
That's what it
Hugh
is.
Hefner. It's the social media
Yeah.
side of thing, and people are looking for different things. You know, the shock value.
Yeah.
You know, when I do post, I've done the heavy beauty shots, the modelling shots of, I'm employing makeup artists, stylists, and all that, and dressing the girls like a Vogue photo, and they get a third of the attention, likes, than the shocking photos.
Yeah.
People want to see a bit of fun, a bit of tongue in cheek, and sexy girls.
They just
I mean,
went.
sex
They
sells.
went. They went like no nude now. Playboy.
Yeah.
The magazine industry is in such trouble that there's no more nude photos in Playboy, which just seems silly.
How often do your sexual sessions last?
Well,
Oh, days.
Days. Because let me tell you something. I have one partner, 7 minutes, and that's what I try to tell people. 7 minutes is enough. But I do
seven times 5, and every time you move to the next, it's going to last longer than 7 minutes, isn't it?
You can't possibly come 5 times a day.
Oh, he can.
Jesus Christ.
You sent me a text the other day.
What did the text say? What did the text say that you sent the other day?
Memories.
Obviously, there was
She
some
used to
text
get-
about jism the other day. What did that
I'm
text?
thinking, what text are you about to say?
I wouldn't embarrass you.
We're out of mops again.
Buckets full. You can't. You can really come 5 times a day, at least.
I was going to say, that's minimum.
Jesus Christ. I'm good for 1.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
One really good one.
1,
Really good one.
Yeah.
I was like that when I was married to one woman.
and then you realize what the
Well,
body
it's
is
not-
capable of.
yeah, that's when things go wrong if I'm not going to, entertain all of them. That's when trouble starts.
Well, I guess it becomes.
You like her more than you like me, and
Yeah, it becomes new again if it's
Yes.
somebody new. It's a whole new experience.
It's inspiring, for a man. It's motivating,
Right.
to do.
Right, and
more.
you see this other, and you're like, yeah, I can do it. And you set goals because you're an athlete at heart.
Yeah.
You set goals for performance,
Yeah, I
and you want to
train-
be the best.
Yeah, I've been training. I've been training twice a day, every day of my life. So
You're putting in 5 a days now. Ladies, is he? Would you say he's the best you've ever been with, or have there been better?
Definitely most experienced.
Yeah, he's been around. He knows tricks. Is that also a secret? Because I have Troy. He works here. He tells me that a lot of times the way you get women to kind of just go follow your lead is you got to pull out a lot of tricks in the bedroom. That's what he
Yeah.
always says. He says
creative and
sometimes you
having
got to
an
pull out.
imagination, yeah.
He says
Confidence
sometimes
is
you got to
key.
pull out the dog and pony show. That's what he says.
Yeah, and he means that literally.
Yeah.
He's a creep.
But you've also got to make us feel confident in the bed as well.
Yeah.
For
Right.
us to let go. So
You ever
and
bring
he's
in a
really
little-
good at that.
You do? You make him feel confident?
Yeah,
How does he
that
make
makes
you
it
feel
good.
confident?
Just the way he looks at us, touches us.
Right. So at no
Moves
point
us
do you feel
around
like
and-
you're second best to anybody.
No, and the thing is we have mirrors in our bedroom on the top of the
ceiling.
ceiling.
I'll bet
so,
you do.
You know, we don't feel uncomfortable or conscious at all. We feel like really sexy. It's
I
like
have
it makes
mirrors
us
too, but I
feel-
put them on the floor. It would help me see myself.
Yeah, it's also it's probably really a lot easier to feel like sexy and good about yourself when you're extremely attractive and have ridiculous bodies, you know? Whereas for like a couple of the other people in this room, like if you'll notice, like Jim and myself and some of the people who work for the show may not need mirrors on the ceiling. Am I right, D-Bag?
I don't think I know.
Yeah, no, not at all. I went to buy mirrors for the ceiling. The guy suggested a noose.
Yeah, you got a stool, right?
Well, not long ago, like probably a year ago, I was a lot thinner, and I've put on, say, about 16 kilos, and he still makes me feel amazing.
How much is kilos and how much is that?
Babe.
2.5
Oh,
pounds to a kilo.
3 pounds?
No, 2.5 per kilo, you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Two
16
like-
pounds per kilo,
kilos.
2.2 pounds.
Yeah.
So
I
like
put
you're
on-
talking about 30 pounds
30
or so.
pounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Where did you put him?
Yeah.
Everywhere in
Titties.
my butt and my thighs.
Oh, just a girl with big butt and thick thighs. Who wants that?
Oh, yeah.
Go Rose. Yuck.
What about kids? Are you going to have kids? Do you have any kids or no?
Yeah, we have 2
Four.
kids.
Oh, you do?
Well,
Between us and
yeah.
4
All up.
kids that live with us permanently. I had 2 kids with my previous marriage.
Oh, okay.
Which I won sole custody of back in the day, which they never report that in the media. But yeah, we've had.
You
4
just
kids.
did.
You've heard it first.
There it is.
How do they adjust to this kind? It's kind of a crazy lifestyle compared to most people.
Yes and no. I mean, they're not involved in as much as the tabloids wanted to link both. It's certainly not like that. If you come to the mansion without the party going on, it's a family home. I mean, look at my son. The proof's in the pudding, as they say. My son's captain is year 12. School captain at year 12, and he's won every academic award there is. I think he got the first B. Last week, and I circled it with a question mark because he's a straight A student. He's
You
won
don't
all
put
the
up with
sporting
that.
awards. No, and I didn't do very well at school. But at the end of the day, I have a wild adult life, but that doesn't move into my parenting.
By the way, how great is it to be a senior in high school and have like your dad be really ready to throw some gifts at you for graduation?
Oh, they just want the parties at my place.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's a senior in high school, like, he wants to have sex with all your girlfriends.
No,
He
and
has
that's
a
the other-
girlfriend.
A steady
Yeah.
girlfriend for 3 years.
One?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you looking at him like, son? What are you
Well,
doing?
you know,
That's a B plus, son.
Yes.
What do you?
That's
what do
an
you
A
do?
plus. As an adult, you know what you say to your kids: do what I say, don't do what I do.
I guess so, but like, here's the, like for me, I'll speak for myself, and I'm assuming Jim would feel the same way. For a lot of us, we don't even want to believe that our parents, like, just them sharing a bedroom, is strange enough. The idea that they might have ever been intimate after I was born is beyond me.
Why would they after the results of what they got the first time?
Well, that's something we won't do again. Lesson learned.
Exactly. You think a bear steps in a trap more than once? No.
Point being, like your kids all know that like you guys are having sex all the time.
Yes.
I think it's because the older two, I'm not their like
Natural mother.
mum, so it doesn't gross them out as much, I guess. And when I came into the picture, Luciana was 8 and Valentina was 11, so I've grown up with them like friends as well as a mother figure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think it grosses them out as much as a natural mother would.
And then how
I
old are
would-
your kids?
They're 5 and 4.
Okay, so they're young still.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of.
Well, plus, if you grow up seeing a bunch of people around the house, it just becomes normal. It's not
I guess so.
weird.
You adapt. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a lot of respect for him, and they know what he's like, so they
That's
just
a
sort
post
of.
my daughter put up there
A post. It's
about her dad. So.
It says he's not a normal dad. He is a cool dad, different, and that's why he is the best father. And I love him so much. And she put 3 hearts. That's very nice.
Yeah.
She
loves
like
her
your kids
dad.
like you.
Yeah. I'm,
Oh, love. Like
Love.
is a
Love.
understatement.
Yeah, but like yeah. You're
Adore
winning.
him.
You try to win across the board, don't you?
yeah. I mean,
He
king
does
of
it
the kids.
naturally with children, though. He
Yeah.
just
Because
love
I
him.
think what it comes
Doesn't have
down
to
to
try.
before, you said, why do people hate you? It's because I'm living.
Right.
I know how to live. The girls are around me, I think, number one, because I know how to live. And then
Right.
when you get kids, all they can see through all this propaganda and the media tabloid, they just see a guy, an adult, who knows how to enjoy life. And
So
the
there's
kid
people who
loves
don't
that.
like you in the public, in the media in Australia.
Yeah, of course there is.
They give
That's
you
where
a-
it all started, a tabloid news show.
They said what? You're
They're sick of him walking these girls around
Yeah,
like
sexist.
dogs.
I have too many expensive cars, and throw too many big parties and have too many girls that wear bikinis at parties.
Yeah, it sounds
Shame
like
on me.
it's way too much. It's,
Who
So
objects to
outrageous.
that?
Yeah, I went down the beach the other
Dorks.
day. There was girls down there in bikinis.
the
Right.
people who object to
dare
that are the
they?
people that don't get to experience it.
Are there feminists
That's
that were
right.
going after you? Because I know
Yes, that's
feminists
where it
here,
came from.
they
That's where it
tend to
came
be very upset about that stuff. But were there men too who jump on that?
Yeah.
You know, like these rescuer guys, like,
Yes, for
yeah,
sure.
you don't need to be here. The worst.
You know, you're special on your own. You don't need this.
Yeah.
They're still living with their mum too.
Absolutely.
Do any of the girlfriends have the desire to bear children? Because that would be a thing. Like, obviously, bearing the children would be your job. You're the wife, right? So is that something that comes up? Like, I kind of want to do that.
Maybe in a few years, I definitely want to have children.
Right. And then in a few years, we figure it out in a few years. So if a girl came to you, right, and one of these girls, not one of these girls, but one of your girlfriends comes to you and goes, look, I really want to have kids. Do you say, all right, I'll put one in you? Or do you say, well, then time to hit the brakes, honey?
I look around and see where my wife is first.
So you don't want to have kids with anyone but your wife? Just your wife, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine the complications?
Yeah,
I was about to say.
Exponential.
Yeah, wow,
I can.
that'd be crazy.
The payoff is still worth it, but it would be complicated. Yeah,
What about adoption?
yeah. There's got to be a bunch of complications. Yeah. What are some of the problems that come with it? It can't all be amazing. There has to be sometimes there's got to be something that goes wrong.
Right.
What's the downside?
Yeah, I think the number one is the woman wanting the attention from her man.
Right.
And when there's so many, it's giving the even amount of attention, and them taking it the wrong way or not listening, not hearing what I actually said.
Or getting emotional.
Yeah, getting emotional, and you know, living together, it all sort of falls in line. The time of the month, and there's a, you know.
Did you ever have a lineup where it was all four at once? That time of the month?
at the same
Well,
time?
it does now because it all syncs together.
Yeah, you
Oh,
Does that
yeah,
really
the
happen?
cycles
Yeah.
sync
Yeah.
It
together.
actually happens.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So is that when you
Yeah.
step out and find
Yeah,
a
that's
side
when
piece?
that's when
Yeah.
I listen more.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do when it is that time of the month? Because if you got to come 5 times a day, just crime scene sex, it doesn't matter to you? Do you yeah, will you still go at it? No matter what time of the month it is, or do you take a
I
step
like
back?
sex, so
So it doesn't matter.
not much deters me.
And let's be honest, you can afford a new set of sheets every month, right? Big fucking deal if we
Yeah.
get some stains on there, right? Who's counting? Who cares?
Yeah, but although that's not my particular sexual pleasure, I don't enjoy that.
You don't
I
like-
enjoy most things, but that one I can't do.
Like you specifically won't do the crime scene sex on period is not for you.
Yeah, and they hate it when they'll say like, "I want to have sex," and sometimes I handle it wrong, and I'll say, "The Lord is punishing you." You know, like, no, I can't do it.
So you gotta get it done. What kind of protection do you use? Do you use condoms or no way?
No. Oh, sorry, you're asking him. I thought you meant me.
Not with my girlfriends, no.
Right. Because why would you, right? Now, is part of the deal though that they're on the pill
Yes.
to make sure that they're not? Because you like to. You hit it raw and you bust inside. Am I right? That's what I thought.
Numbers grow.
I like to know the details.
Yeah, I understand.
What's speaking of details, ladies? Be honest with me. Tell me what the Candyman is packing. I would imagine. It's got to be impressive. You know.
We don't kiss and tell, sorry.
Wow, we're all
The
friends here
Candyman
now,
has
though.
big hands.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
does.
really confident. So I imagine the Candyman is packing good.
You think so?
Damn it.
Big shoes.
If you don't use it, you lose it. So the more you use it,
Yeah.
the better it works.
Yeah, yeah. Don't you wish though it was like a micro penis? Like it's the one thing.
the one thing that we can relate to.
He is like us.
I have a shot at this lifestyle.
Yeah, haters come with me at a knife, not a gun.
Yeah, that performance anxiety would kill me. Like around one woman, sometimes I get a little nervous.
Yeah.
It's hard to
You
always
need to be confident.
Yeah, I try
Confidence
to.
is key.
I can fake confidence really well, but you know,
That's not being
Well,
that's
no.
not being confident.
well, I
though.
know that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
can
have
fake
faith in
it.
yourself.
Right.
They sense that I'm faking it because I think I say.
It's not that good.
Yeah, like a lot of times if a girl's like, "How are you?" I'll be like, "Confident," and they're like, "That doesn't seem confident."
Hi, I'm self-assured.
Yeah. How are you? Feeling good about me? Boo. Fucking boo. But performance anxiety would freak you out. That would freak me out a little bit. Like
Yeah, especially when you're the Candyman.
with your
You got a
wife, you're
legacy.
comfortable.
to-
But so how about a new girl? You don't know who she's been with before or what's happening before. So how do you?
Yeah, but nobody's been with the Candyman. Like, you don't know what you've been with until you've had the Candyman.
So he does have all the tricks. Troy was right. You do need all the tricks,
It's not
don't you?
tricks. It's just it comes naturally with him.
But it's still like, things that other people don't. What kind of things? What kind of tricks?
No,
A whole lot.
there's
Yeah.
there's
A
room
whole
full of
lot of
tricks.
tricks.
Yeah.
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 We don't want more Candymen running around, so
That is
Oh,
true.
so you don't want to give away the secret?
Why would you give
not
away?
until I get to 90, then I'll let them go.
Yeah, like Hugh Hefner now can say anything to anybody. Although some of the women have said they don't enjoy him at this point because he's really, again, he's 90, but he's
Hugh
been doing
Hefner.
this since the 50s. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I haven't done. I don't really do. But
Had sex with a woman.
Jim, that's not the case.
Oh, sorry.
But Jim finds it like mind-boggling. Eat ass. You know that? Like Jim, it's one of his favorite hobbies. I don't do it. And I got an. Is it something that the Candyman does, or is it something that you really don't need in your repertoire? That needs to be added, or no?
That's details.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Questions.
I think that's also a silly question.
That's a secret.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, whether I do or I don't.
Why is that a secret?
Because then guys may stop doing it or start doing it.
Oh, I see. You don't want to tell him.
No.
You can't have this many women
And not eat ass.
You can't.
It's impossible.
No, I literally do that if someone agrees to have lunch on a Tinder date. It's the first thing I offer.
Well, then let me ask you: if he goes from one girl to the next, does the one girl be like, "Brush your teeth before"?
That's a good point.
They share lipsticks and drinks, so I don't think that's an issue.
Well, sharing lipsticks and drinks is a lot different
But
because it's one thing. Going
Oh,
ass
no,
to
it's
mouth
not.
is different when it's
It's
somebody
not-
else's mouth.
It's
You know,
not just him going one-on-one with the girls. Like, we all go
Yeah.
at each other as well. So
like a human centipede.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Oh god.
I mean, just to give like a little cultural reference.
Yeah, but does it? Yeah, you would wonder if more people. I guess if everybody knows everybody's good, and clean and tested, it's all okay. But that would be scary.
Do people have to get tested before they join the?
There's a process, yeah.
There is, yeah.
of
And
course.
do you make them continue to get tested, or do we trust people to not go outside the circle?
Yeah, we trust them, but yeah, we get tested.
We just
Yeah.
we keep going because
Each
just in
time.
case, you never
Yeah.
know. Have you ever slept with any celebrities?
Yes, but I would never say.
You wouldn't
because
say.
Then that wouldn't happen again, would it?
I guess not. Does the group allow? If it's
Not these days, no.
but back in the dizzle, back in the day.
Yes.
I see. Now, but so the 5 women wouldn't be like, well, it is a celebrity. Go ahead, have fun. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't. That would be against the rules.
we'd probably
Yes.
we'd probably
Bring
bring
her
her in.
Oh my god,
Have fun as
They're my
well.
recruitment officers.
that sounds terrific. Actually,
Yeah. So are you allowed to go outside the
Passive-aggressive.
circle if you want to? Like,
No, like again, I don't really get a chance. It's more so I receive text messages, and more so the wife sends me a text message while I'm at work and saying there's a hot mum that just turned up at the kindergarten or something. So
Or I send photos and hot
Yeah,
chicks and
send
stuff.
photos.
what if you meet someone you like? Like, say you meet a girl, you're like, oh wow, I'd love to have sex with her. Will you have her go through the whole
Of
process
course.
first before?
Yeah, of course. They
Okay.
spend time first with the wife and girlfriend.
But
How great
doesn't-
is that? They prep the girl for you. They give her all the rules. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm busy, so I have to delegate.
yeah, and
But
plus
that's-
it makes everything like easier, right? Because it's like women being like,
Yeah.
no, this is what we do, and it's a fun and comfortable
Yeah.
thing, and then all of a sudden you got 15 of these chicks.
So great.
It's incredible.
Yeah, to have women actually buffering it is much easier.
But with Trav, it doesn't. He doesn't just look at someone and go, "Oh yeah, I want to have sex with her." Like, he's not that easy.
No.
It's more than
Yeah.
just the
Being-
sex. Yeah.
I guess after modeling for all those years and doing this, it's like, all right, I know I can do that. For me,
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
kind of new. I didn't do well in high school. So
With women, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, at all. So in my adult life, I've really made up for it.
Have you?
Yeah. Creep.
Have you ever been to any prostitutes,
No.
Jim?
It's funny.
Not that I knew of.
Well, in fairness, I didn't know she was a prostitute until I said hello, and then she said hello back. I'm like, she must be.
That just never did it for you?
No.
It's an ego thing, right? It's like you want to know that the girl wants to be there.
But why would you pay for it if you can just get it whenever you want?
I'll redirect that
Believe me,
question to my
that's a-
co-host.
That sounds like. Do you know how many times my mother has said that to me on the phone? Why would you do that? Girls like you.
Hugh
You're-
Grant did it.
Yeah, he did.
That's true. Some people just like it.
Didn't that actually, in a way, that really helped his career too? I think her name was something Brown.
Divine Brown.
It was Divine Brown.
Yeah.
And he talked about it on the Tonight Show. It was like an early hit for Leno.
Yeah.
When Hugh went on and just opened up and talked about that, people loved him for it. 'Cause
It
he
humanized
fucked
him.
up. Made
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen even more famous. Not like way back
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
admitted to $50,000 a year
Yeah.
on sex.
So are you going to be? Is there any spot in this country that you can throw parties, or do all the parties take place in Australia?
At the moment, they all take place in Australia. But
Do you like the idea of making a Candy Mansion US?
yeah,
That's what you
100%,
want to do.
yeah.
Where would you
ever-
put it?
Why don't you buy the
Either
Playboy
LA or
Mansion?
New York.
New York? Yeah, LA or New York.
Yeah, LA or New York.
Yeah, why don't you buy the Playboy Mansion? Isn't it up for sale?
Yeah.
No, I think you've got to start fresh.
Oh,
I mean,
something
that's-
new?
it's been and
Definitely.
It's gone. It's
Something he can build.
yeah. I mean, the Candy Shop Mansion. I've done all the designs myself. I haven't got in designers, so all the patterns in the pool to my office.
All the tiling and everything, the paintings.
The coins in the
Yeah.
bed.
I'm having trouble picking a sofa. I'm very indecisive when it comes to styling. Are you looking at his office? He was showing
I'm
your
looking at
office.
his giant couch. Yeah, and look at it. What type of clothes is this here? It's like
Versace.
the Versace clothes. Do they match the upholstery a little bit?
They did that day.
They did, right? Look at you with the sunglasses on and everything. No wonder they like. You do understand that some people could take your look as obnoxious, right?
Ostentatious.
Well, that's why we got
Ostentatious.
stuck
That's a
at the
better
airport.
word.
say, yeah.
Ostentatious is a better word.
What does ostentatious mean? I know what it means, but some of
Bright.
the listeners might not. Okay.
It's, and look at that with the. You love labels. You love a good fine label, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versace,
I like quality.
Versace suits
Quality.
him.
You know, the cars.
Versace
the girls.
suits him.
Yeah.
Like as in like it's,
Suits him and it fits him, or is then they put your clothes on?
Style.
They style.
Wow.
No, but he looks amazing in it. Like
thank you,
it's it's his look.
Now, have any of the brands or anything, has this cost you business at all? Like whether it's Versace coming to you and being like, look, we're going to continue to put suits on you, but the Instagram's getting fucking ridiculous. Or people going, we don't want to make this property deal with some guy who's throwing these stupid parties all the time. Like, has that,
Yeah, definitely. It started out that way.
Yeah.
But that's turned around.
has it?
Yeah, full circle.
Well, after a while, they don't care anymore if enough people are looking.
No, yeah, they all jumped on the bandwagon like most humans. When things are going bad, everyone wants to jump off the train. When it's the success train is going, everyone wants to jump on, and that's exactly what's happened.
If you invite a guy to one of your parties, is it cool if he brings like 4 of his guy friends with him?
No,
Oh, how awful.
one, that's not allowed. No, that's not cool.
What guy would want to bring his guy friends, though?
Just the boys. Saturdays for the boys, you know?
Maybe he only has guy friends, doesn't have any chicks.
Yeah, but still go by yourself. Maybe one buddy just to talk, like what do we do?
Just for a witness?
Yeah, you got to have somebody to ask questions. So do you probably need somebody in the U.S. to vet women here who may like be wanting to go to Australia. That's what you should do. You should have friends in the United States.
You think so?
Oh, without a doubt.
Who do you think?
Scouts.
Is there
Scout-
anybody?
there
Do you
you
know
go.
anybody that would be up for the job? Like who's got
I can't think of anyone offhand. I'm just people who would do it.
who's got the time to do it, or maybe the experience with women or anything? Is there anybody that?
Yeah, just people who care.
Has a
about,
wide audience.
yeah.
Handsome men.
Oh, like a radio show or something?
People who care about just people who care about quality.
Obviously, we do, right?
I don't have any Versace clothes. I don't think aren't they like Italian and they fit real narrow. I can't do that.
That's the girls.
Aren't they like Italian and fit narrow?
Yeah.
You could tell Jim Norton is a stylish individual, right?
Yeah, someone told me that they fit they're like a very thin, slim fit, and I'm like, I just probably never. Maybe that was Prada. I don't remember.
Yeah, you're looking at a guy who gets styled by Versace, who's like a big fucking hulking athletic man.
Sam's pointing at himself, by the way.
That's right. Yeah, like you don't need. Everything doesn't need to be skinny cut, right?
No,
No.
it's not.
It doesn't work for you, especially in that crotch area. Am I right?
It's the thighs.
That's right. It's the thighs. Tell me about this competition for an invite to the Candy Mansion. I heard that you're
The
doing.
overseas one. So we have two, one locally and the one overseas. So there's 40 all expense paid from anywhere in the world if you put the free
40?
choice, a free choice tattoo anywhere on your body. So it's about 6.5 centimeters is the rule.
How big is that in inch? We don't. So
At about 3 inches.
3
3
inches.
inches.
So-
Okay, so I know exactly how long that is.
Yes, you do.
Before it gets angry. Yeah, so outside of Australia, if you get the free choice tattoo on anywhere on the body, you'll receive an all expense paid trip for 5 nights and attend the party.
Oh wow! So you fly
Wow.
them down?
Fly them down,
D-bag.
everything, yeah.
What if we got
Transfers,
D-bag to
accommodation.
get? So if we got
What's
D-bag
that?
to get that tattoo,
100%.
he could represent us.
Yes.
What's the tattoo look? Hold on.
And you
What's the tattoo look like?
Yeah, let's see.
Show
Free
the
choice.
Let's see
Do you
what
want to
the-
show?
It's Free Choice, which is that's the tobacco company, right?
Show the tattoo.
Yeah, can we? Let's actually. You know what? Before we Google image it, let's see it on your wife.
Exactly.
I think that'll work out better for everybody. Okay, let's see.
She's unbuckling her trousers.
Yeah.
I'll keep the mood
Oh my
sexy.
gosh.
It's right on her. Oh, that's not bad. That's. I mean, the S has been amazing, but I mean, the Free Choice is not bad.
Wow.
No, that's not bad. It's not a bad tattoo.
Yeah. You would get that, T-Bex?
today.
And the whole concept of free choice, I run a tobacco retail business, but I'm a non-smoker. What it's about for me
Yeah.
is the freedom of choice. I'm a passionate person about people's freedom of choice. You know, I'd be annoyed if anyone tried to stop me going to eat McDonald's because it's not good for me. And
They
so
try to
forth.
do
So-
that shit here.
Yeah, I mean, so again, I'm really passionate about that. The name, the company name, and what it stands for. It's a freedom of choice.
Right.
We're humans.
Right.
Let us make our mistakes.
So,
Yeah.
so you get a trip down for the tattoo.
All expenses.
Wow.
You're not going to do that, Jim.
I'm tempted to get that on my face. That tattoo.
He wants it back.
no.
You'll get VIP.
You're tempted to get her tattoo on your face.
yeah,
It's placed on her ass cheek.
it was a lovely placement.
It was a
That's
lot.
not a bad tattoo, though. It's not like a tattoo you look at and you're like, "Fuck, why did they do that?" It just says "Free Choice" in red and
Black.
and black. Yeah, it's
Right,
not
and
like-
you just go-
It's a free choice.
Right. Just what I believe in, man.
yeah, but you literally could. It's not like it's a Marlboro brand. You could get that and have it be like, that's how I look at life.
Do any of the other
Yeah.
ladies have tattoos?
There's one, but one's actually sick today. She,
Oh.
yeah, on the plane, so she's back at the hotel.
But none-
So there's another
Do you fly private or do you fly commercial when you guys all go?
one. Commercial when we've got to come from
Australia.
It's to
That's gonna be amazing to see this group walking on the plane. Like, fuck.
Does everybody get first
We
class?
got stuck at the
Yeah, we all
airport.
stick together in the business or first if they have it.
That's a lot of first class tickets, dude.
Yeah.
That's
It
an
is.
expensive
Yeah,
trip.
and this is I travel with 15, so this is just
15?
Yeah, I have 3 assistants, so the Charlie's Angel style. So they're 3 blonde girls. They're my
You don't have any
assistants.
male assistants?
Yeah, my general manager is.
Oh,
male,
okay.
And then I have my HR and operations manager, and yeah.
But you
She's
spend more
good.
time with the 3 blonde assistants generally?
That's right. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
They
now,
help.
interesting that the assistants are 3 blondes, but all the ladies in here this morning are all brunettes.
Yeah, and it's not because I prefer brunettes. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I like brunettes.
I think we seem to be more loyal.
Really?
It might
there
be.
you go. There's a dick.
I'm looking at at what a plane cabin looks like. Yes, and what was the word you used instead of obnoxious?
Ostentatious.
Yes,
Ostentatious.
another ostentatious photo.
No, you see,
Wow.
I grabbed the pajamas from Qantas and I had a text and I wrote Versace on it. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I see. I see. And he's got a Versace. And look,
That's a lot nicer than my Qantas flight with Jonathan next to me, my stupid manager. That's a lot more fun.
Look at you. Don't have a woman that looks like his wife here with her hand just resting on your belt buckle.
No, I don't.
God
I
damn.
had my manager giving me boring facts about Afghanistan.
When she places her hand on your belt buckle like that, and you're just posing for the picture, erect.
I tell her be careful.
Yeah,
She knows. She
Be
knows
careful
not
or
to
the
start.
beast will come out.
Yeah. What does it take to get you physically aroused? Because if
Not much.
like
Really?
still,
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
you ever
They-
do Viagra or any of the pills?
I've tried it, but I couldn't get it down. So
That was it.
I'll wait
You
till I
had
get a
to-
bit older.
You had to call the doctor after 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Painful.
Yeah, I take a lot of Cialis.
You do?
Oh, a lot.
Jim takes Cialis like some people take Tylenol. Like he just pops one before he
I
goes.
just take it if I'm not feeling good about it. I take it until my arms are stiff, too. Love it.
Then you won't be able to wear Versace, then, will you?
You train all the time still, huh? Athletically,
Yeah.
getting that body in shape.
Yeah, it's more a mind game than anything. So I start at 4 o'clock in the morning and do my cardio for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then I work, and then I go to the gym in the afternoon.
Man, oh man. I
Why
don't know
twice
how
a day?
Like I said, it's habit.
You just
I mean, I
like
did
it.
it when I was playing football. And then
How do you have the
modelling.
time to be a millionaire, train twice a day, and come 5 times a day? I don't understand where the hours are.
It's not the time, it's the energy.
In general, I would sleep 4 hours, but that would be the most.
Wow. So you sacrifice sleep for jizz.
Yeah.
Good.
I do too, but it doesn't seem
Priorities.
to. It's just me alone.
Well, if it was front of you.
Let me ask you this: when was the last time you jerked off? Most.
Me.
Yeah,
I don't get a chance to do that.
Doing that for him.
I wish I did.
You don't masturbate at all anymore.
But however, if you're asking everybody in the room, I could say it was less than 12 hours ago.
Are we opening the floor to this question?
Yeah, but it wasn't quite under these fun circumstances.
Right.
Me alone, my sofa.
Well, listen, I feel like we've learned quite a bit about the Candyman, and I'm glad that we have. You're, quite frankly, you're a legend. You're a god amongst men.
Yes.
And
We've made new friends here.
yeah, yeah. And I want
Candy
you to know,
Shot Mansion on Instagram, but it is shut down as of this morning. So, what did
because
you have
of
nude
the
photos up there?
haters.
But were there nude photos?
No.
No,
Nude.
Well, why would
near
they
nude, but not nude.
close to nude?
That's the game. That's the game.
Is there a website or no?
Yeah, there's the Facebook.
Okay.
And candyshopmansion.com.
So when is this? When people can get this tattoo or whatever? When is this
The party
contest?
for the 3rd of December.
And let me ask you something. Would you want? You do? You haven't done a radio show at one of your parties before, like a national, like that would broadcast to America and
No,
everything.
not just America, but all of America and all of Canada.
Yeah, that would be kind of amazing, right? If you had,
Well, if you're seriously
hint.
interested, I would. I'd bring you two boys.
would you want to go to Australia and broadcast a show?
I would
from
literally
this
not
game?
even. I wouldn't even tell the company we were doing it
Until
until the wife. I'm not married. She is.
Oh my God! Your dude reminded me over here. December 3rd, by the
It's
way.
Ozzy's birthday.
That's not only is it Ozzy's birthday. Not only is that the day for his neck. It's fucking summer in Australia on December 3rd.
Oh, I would never want to go there during the summer.
Oh, you
one of
wouldn't.
those parties. No.
Oh, it'd be so warm. Here's the problem with one of your parties in the summer. The girls must wear next to nothing because it's so warm.
Is that a problem?
Yes, I wouldn't care for that.
Yeah. Nice bundled up. Yeah, I think. Now, would you get mad if you invited us down and we round trip the whole deal and we were there doing our radio show and you realized the mics aren't even plugged in?
I would expect that. So
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
We're
me
just
tell you
talking into
something.
iPhones. Trust me, we're going to play it when we get back.
We've got our LA trip planned for the beginning of November. I think a trip to Australia for the beginning of December is exactly what this show needs.
But does it have to be during? Because we can't broadcast at a party. Because when there's a party with a bunch of nude women running around, the last thing guys want to hear is, "Hey, you want to come and talk on the radio?" Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Stop for an interview.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to be another time.
Well, I mean, we could figure out a time. We go, we broadcast whenever. Who gives a fuck? We broadcast whenever.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's no problem. That's no problem. And the guys tell me the time zone will work just fine. Nighttime is to daytime
Hold on,
is to
let me
whatever.
get what time is it? I just did this trip too. It's really it's like a day ahead. It's 16-hour difference.
Yeah.
16-hour difference. So right now it is about quarter to 12:45 a.m.
Yes. I think we got some facts and figures to work out. Adrian's looking over here like he's going to be the crew guy. You're not going, bro.
Yeah,
You're not going. You're going to be back home making sure everything's running smooth.
Yeah.
Adrian comes almost as often as you do. He's ridiculous. He doesn't pay attention to his work. He's coming over there all the time. Yeah. Isn't that right, Adrian?
That's correct.
Yeah.
But he does it at weird times, like when he high fives a guy in the office. It just happens.
So the squirt comes out.
It just happens.